talked a little bit yesterday about Kento. As I said, my background is corrugated packaging, basically. Working in companies that you might know, like D. Smith or Saika, in Spain, in France, in Morocco. My partners, they really come from inkjet industry. They have been developing technology for several years in multinational companies. And as I said yesterday, we are an example of collaboration with an Italian, Celmac, an Italian manufacturer of analog printing equipment for corrugated for more than 40 years. So there is a problem, and we're trying to fix or help our customers to fix this problem. We've been talking about when we go to a supermarket, 70% of our decisions are made right there in the aisles of the supermarket, and that makes packaging critical. As we said also, some other speakers like Joe said yesterday, paper is by far the preferred packaging in the market. So when we go to supermarket, we want to see very attractive packaging, basically paper made as corrugated packaging. The size, the number of SKUs for all kinds of manufacturers is growing. So the conclusion of that, the consequence of that is that the size, the run lengths are going down and down year after year. So that makes analog technology very inefficient. More projects, smaller batches. So when we were thinking about our development, our machine, we realized that analog is extremely expensive for small batches, and as I said, run lengths are going down and down every year, and digital is very expensive for large batches. Why? There's two. Normally we compare, we'll see some figures later. We compare two basic costs. In digital, ink cost, okay, that's the main point to think about. Ink cost digital, fixed cost like plates for Flexo in analog, okay? So what we made, we innovate by combination. So we were combining, it's a very simple idea, already in the market in labels for many, many years. Printing Flexo and digital in one pass, okay? Always talk about single pass. Multipass in corrugated is just for samples or very, very short runs, displays, or I'm talking about machines that can print tens of millions of square meters per year. Compared to analog equipment in the market for many, many years. So we are printing first Flexo and after digital in one pass. Why? Look, this is what we see when we go to supermarket. Most of the boxes look like this. A lot of color everywhere because this is catching our eye. So we buy many times because we like the packaging. We don't know exactly what is inside. So first, where there is a lot of ink that is very expensive printing digital for the moment, we print Flexo. And then we print digital. Printing digital, these kind of images with CMYK printing is extremely difficult and very costly because plates cost a fortune. For a box like this, depends on the number of outs, of course, but could be between 3,000 and 10,000 euros, okay, for one box, for one design. So we print Flexo where there is a lot of ink consumption, and we print digital when you need very high quality, and with analog you need a lot of a fixed investment in plates. As I said, Flexo is being developed in collaboration with Celmac. I know Rodolfo Celotti, the owner, for many, many years. Without this kind of collaboration, this is impossible, okay? The consequence of the collaboration of an analog manufacturer is that the integration, first is speed. We can go faster because basically everything is, except from this little part in the middle, the rest is very robust, very reliable, okay? So we could go fast. In 1 year, we had the first machine installed in our facilities, in 1 year and a half in a customer. And it's been already almost for 1 year in a customer, in real production, real environment. We'll see that later. Speed, but also full integration. So we have only one electronics, drives, motors, everything, one manufacturer, Siemens in this case, okay? We are the only manufacturer in the world having one single system, electronics, and for communication between all the modules in the world. Our competitors, most of them, are coming from digital industry. So what they are doing is just acquiring from someone else the analog part of the machine, okay? So this someone else use Allen Bradley, use Schneider Electric, so it's very difficult to really integrate. We have a single point of control, only one for the whole line. So this is very unique and very difficult to do if you don't have a real integration or collaboration with the analog manufacturer, in our case. For corrugated only, okay? And corrugated means flute, not cardboard, not folding carton, not paper, only corrugated, okay? If you design a machine for several substrates, failure, for sure. And there's been already some experience in the market. The machine is printing in the right direction. In corrugated, the printing direction goes like this, okay? So it's wider than longer in printing direction, okay? All other printers, digital printers in the market, go the other way. Why? It's much easier. The narrower, the easier, okay, for digital, and the less number of print heads. But, printing the right way. So that makes the line compact line. So total for compact. There is no space in many manufacturing plants to have like very long trains of a machine. So it's a very compact line, and it's modular. We'll talk about that. Modules, okay? Openings, okay? We just certify different ink makers for our machine. The only condition, full compliance. We only certify inks complying with Nestlé and Swiss ordinance regulations. Okay? That's important for corrugated because, as we saw yesterday, most of corrugated goes to food industry. Okay? At the end, this is the key. TCO, total cost of ownership. How expensive is printing? So this is what all digital printer manufacturing companies are proposing their customers to propose to their customers. So let's see. You go to Nestlé and tell them, Nestlé, I love your red background boxes, but now with my machine, I think it's better if you print with white background, using less ink. I've been in front of customers like this, and seriously? So they will never, or it'll take many, many years. Okay? They have very, very powerful colors in most of the cases. So this is a market easy to attack or to target with digital today, because here you need less ink. When you go there, it's much more difficult. We'll see some examples later. The cost of ink here, the cost of digital ink sometimes is higher than the cost of paper itself to produce the corrugated. So very difficult to attack. Yesterday, we were saying that it's very difficult to find these short runs for corrugated. It's really difficult. It's a very small part of the market. And that's the reason why digital printing on corrugated is growing so slow. Okay? Like 15 years ago, when I was in corrugated, we were already saying, hey, digital is coming. It's coming now. Yeah, 15 years later, it's 0.3% of the total production is printed with digital technology. So we are covering only this. Going hybrid, we can cover all this, okay? Because the cost of this ink, the black, the blue, the yellow, the green is Flexo ink. That is 10 times 10 times less expensive. So what we are trying to do is, since digital, full digital can be only here, and this is, in the world, there is 500,000 million tons produced of corrugated per year, okay? So this is also huge, okay? But what we want to do is to cover all this, where digital is not efficient and with Flexo is not efficient. So some examples. When we print this box full digital, okay, look what is the cost. We need more than 10 grams of ink per square meter. Okay, that means more than 300 euros per square meter. This could be similar to the cost of paper of producing this box. So it's the most important cost. When we go hybrid, we print this with Flexo and we print this with digital. Digital, only 2 grams. So we go from 360 to 60. So to what? To 90. So we divide 3 by 4. So another example, very similar. And these are very normal boxes. They produce every day. And then we can do other funny things, like printing with, this is an example, printing with white Flexo. White in digital is very difficult or impossible, okay? So we print with white Flexo, and on top of that, we print digital. So we get this. So look here we see the difference between where there is white and where there is no white. Okay, we can get very interesting effects. Or printing with metallic Flexo inks. Metallic inks, we don't have metallic inks with digital for the moment. Okay? So some other points about sustainability. A Flexo machine uses at least 400,000 liters of cleaning of water per year. So this water has to be cleaned, has to be treated. It's very expensive and very damaging for the environment. Okay? Energy, that's really critical. The energy consumption of Flexo machines is very high, so we can reduce significantly the energy consumption. And plates are not recyclable. So it's a lot of plastic there that goes to landfills, basically. Here there is some comments. The company in the world who uses or acquire more single-pass digital presses for corrugated is a Spanish company, Hinojosa Group. The CEO was speaking in the last FEFCO technical seminar, and I highlight here some comments. With digital, with pure digital, you need to find new markets because the existing market is too small. So Hinojosa is going to new markets. They are not trying to replace efficient production, okay? So here are some comments about that. Very important, we talked yesterday about let me see here. Yeah, we talked yesterday about this is coming, cutting and converting facilities. Hycon is doing a great job. Still needs some time to go to corrugated, to full-size corrugated, okay? And here he was mentioned the hybrid or preprint. HP is doing a great job also in preprint, okay, with the T-series or Indigo machines, okay? This is where our first machine is in Grupo La Plana. And it's funny because our machine is in their factory next to a high-quality Flexo printer, top quality, Gopher, and next to a full digital press. So they are using the 3 technologies for different size of markets, okay? And finally, we talk about modularity. This is future. The future will be connecting our machine with other converting machines like rotary die cutting in line. That's very important for the user, or top and bottom printing, 2 sides printing. Thank you for your time.
Thanks so much. Thank you, Javier.